My wife cheated on me with my best friend amongst several other men. I'm not the kind of guy who usually puts his life out there for strangers to dissect, but right now, I need to vent, and I need someone to hear me. Maybe if I put this all down, I'll make sense of it. Or maybe I'm just screaming into the void. I don't even know anymore. My wife, Sarah, cheated on me with my best friend, Colin. Yeah, it sounds like a cliche, but it happened. The kind of thing you think only happens in movies or to other people until it crashes right into your life. And it's somehow worse than you think. Much worse. For a while, things felt off. Colin and I have been friends since forever. High school, college, through all the ups and downs, we were inseparable. He was my best man, my brother in every sense that mattered. And Sarah? She was the love of my life. 7 years together, 4 of them married. We had the kind of relationship people envied, or at least, that's what I thought. Colin started getting distant a few months back. Less texting, more canceled plans. It wasn't like him. At first, I chalked it up to his new job. I figured he was just busy. Life has a way of dragging us all down, right? But there were moments, these little things that kept nagging at me. The weird tension when they'd be in the same room, the hushed tones, the stolen glances that lingered a bit too long. I ignored it, because why wouldn't I? These were my 2 favorite people, and I trusted them more than anything. They'd never, or at least I thought they'd never. Then, last night happened. Sarah told me she needed to get out of the house, maybe meet up with some friends for drinks. I didn't think much of it, but I got this feeling, this itch in the back of my mind that wouldn't go away. Something wasn't right. So I got in my car and just started driving. I ended up downtown near the Cedar, this bar we always went to. And there it was, Colin's car parked outside. And right next to it, Sarah's. I felt my heart drop. I don't know how to describe it. It's like the floor just vanished under my feet. Still, I walked in. Maybe I wanted to prove myself wrong. Maybe I needed to see it to believe it. I spotted them right away, tucked in the back corner like they were hiding. She had her hand on his, and they were talking close, way too close for just friends. I knew right then, but I still walked up to them. I needed to hear it, needed to see the guilt on their faces. And there it was, that look. They both froze, like kids caught sneaking out after curfew. Sarah's face went pale, and Colin wouldn't even look at me. They didn't have to say it. I could see everything I needed to know. My best friend and my wife betraying me together. I wanted to explode, wanted to scream at them, but all I could get out was one word, why? I don't even know who I was asking. Both of them, neither. They tried to give me the usual lines. They didn't mean for it to happen. It was a mistake, a moment of weakness, whatever. Like that makes it better, like any of it makes it okay. I was standing there feeling like my world was crumbling and they were acting like it was some unavoidable accident. But then it got worse. Sarah looked at me, tears streaming down her face, and that's when she said it wasn't just Colin. She'd been seeing other people, plural. It wasn't just one affair, it was a whole damn pattern. She was out there with who knows how many guys while I was at home planning a life with her. I looked at Colin, and the shock on his face was clear. He didn't know either. He thought he was the only one too. We were both fools in this, both suckers in some messed up game she was playing. I felt something snap in me. I asked her how many, almost afraid of the answer. She tried to justify it, saying it wasn't about numbers, like that even mattered. I couldn't stand there and listen to any more of it. I just turned around and walked out, left them both there to deal with their mess. I couldn't breathe. My chest was so tight it felt like my heart was going to stop. I spent the night driving around aimlessly, thinking of everything I missed, every lie I swallowed because I trusted her, because I trusted them. I'd noticed something strange all those times and convinced myself it was nothing. I keep replaying it in my head, wondering how I could have been so blind, so stupid. It's not just that my wife cheated. It's not even just that she cheated with my best friend. It's that everything I thought I knew about my life, everything I built with these 2 people was a lie. I lost them both in one night, but maybe I never really had them to begin with. That's the part that hurts the most. The realization that I never knew them at all. I don't know where to go from here. I've got a house that feels empty, a heart that feels shattered, and no idea who to trust anymore. All I know is that the 2 people I loved the most turned out to be the ones who hurt me the worst. And now, I'm just left here, trying to figure out how to even begin to move on. Update. Hey everyone, I just want to say thank you to everyone who reached out after my last post. I didn't expect this much support, and it means more to me than I can put into words. I've gotten so many messages, comments, and DMs, and I'm trying to get through them all. I promise I'll respond throughout the day. It's been almost a day since I found out about Sarah and Colin. After I walked out of that bar, I went straight to my car. I was crying so hard I could barely see the road, just driving aimlessly because I couldn't think straight. I don't know how long I drove, but I knew I couldn't go home until I got myself together a little bit. When I did get back, I took everything out of my gun locker. I wasn't in a good place, and I didn't want anything stupid to happen. So I called my little brother Brad and asked him to come over. When he got there, I laid it all out for him. What Sarah did, what Colin did, how everything went down. Brad's always been my rock, and he didn't let me down. I handed him all the guns and told him I'd come over to his place later today, but I needed to sort some things out first. He was pissed, like ready to go after them, but he's holding back for now. I took a lot of your advice, and the first thing I did was go to a clinic to get tested for STIs. It's not something I ever thought I'd need to do, but here we are. I should get the results back on Monday, with the weekend coming up, so that's just one more thing weighing on me right now. Meanwhile, my phone's been going off constantly. Colin's been calling me over and over, and Sarah's been sending messages nonstop, asking where I am, what I'm doing, if we can talk. I haven't replied to her. I don't even know what I'd say if I did. I took some time to think things through, and I know there's no fixing this. I can't see any way forward except to start over without her. I took your advice and set up meetings with 3 divorce lawyers here in town. I want to be prepared for whatever's coming, and I'm not going to let her blindside me again. I finally responded to Colin. We're meeting later today. I'm going to record the conversation and get copies of all the texts, direct messages, and any other messages between him and Sarah. I need to know the whole truth, even if it hurts. I want to see just how deep this goes. I haven't told Sarah's family yet. I don't have it in me to handle that right now. I asked Brad to let our parents know what's going on. I'm sure they'll be calling me soon, and I'll talk to them later tonight. I just need to get through the next few steps first. I just wanted to give you all an update. I've got a lot to deal with, but I'm moving forward with what needs to be done. I'll probably update again after I meet with Colin later, or maybe on Monday, depending on how things go. Thank you again for being there. It's been a rough ride, and I'm grateful for all the support.